Okay, now we finally get to the quiz part. This is usually your starting page. So then you go straight into the list boxes. So once you created the database, that was a one-time thing. Now all you have to do is quiz from the list boxes. So let's say I want to quiz on my high tile 5s. I'll say quiz. Then you can set the number of questions, you can set the total time for the quiz, all of the 20 questions, or per answer. I typically set it at around 20 to 25 seconds for bingos, about 15 seconds for the shorter words. You can choose, in the beginning, however, I recommend that you don't use a timer. It just makes you a bit nervous. Once you get better and better at the words, you can start using the timer. I wouldn't touch these settings. Pretty self-explanatory. It basically throws the alphagram, and then you can choose whether you just want to move ahead and say you know or you don't know, you want to type. On the third page, these are some interesting settings. It's basically how many hints, etc. are allowed. Once I've mastered a list, I typically say 0 or 1 hint allowed, and number of answers permitted wrong is either 1 or 2. You can put it to whatever number you want. I wouldn't worry about the per question and per quiz. Basically, if you took too many hints to answer a question, in my opinion, it should possibly be marked wrong. So you can decide how you want to do that. You can also say you don't want to allow hints by clicking on this, and so on and so forth. Now at the lower section, you have a bunch of options that helps to prioritize how the quiz throws up some of the words. So last seen is when did you last see the word. So typically last seen, if you want to do newer words, you set it to never. And then after you have done this list for multiple times, maybe you want to go to old, or if you've got too many wrongs, you may want to use recent, but I would typically set it as never. Number correct, you want to make sure that you don't want to get those which you've got correct too many number of times. So you can set that to low or 0, whatever suits you better. Number seen is the number of times you've seen a particular question. You can leave it at low. I'll come to rank and score in a bit, but what I like is number wrong. I typically set this at high. What it means is whenever I get a quiz, it's usually a combination of older and newer words, but it prioritizes the words where I have got it wrong multiple number of times, or the highest number of times. And many times what happens is you get it right once, but then you may at a certain point get it wrong again. So for that, you have your rank. Your rank basically, whenever it's low, rather whenever it's high enough, it means that you have really mastered that word. So you can leave, you don't want those. So while prioritizing, I want rank also to be low. I won't get into the complication of score. I'll leave that as is for now. But once you've had these settings, these are the normal ones. I will probably add text to this video as well, so you can follow it, and then you say start. So now here you have an interesting palette. I typically don't like this multicolored thing, so I go into this and use something fairly plain. You can also change the color hue to whatever you want. You can also say what is the minimum number of alphagrams required to get it right. So in an alphagram, if there are, let's say 8 words and you got 4 right, you still want to mark the word right. So that's what it typically means. I set it at a high 75%. Hang time depends. This basically indicates how long it takes. So for example, if I say, I know this word, so now that's how long it stays. Okay, I'm going to go back there and change that to 0.5. So it'll hang for lesser. So now when I say, see how much quicker it went away, right? Now here there are some settings where you know the word, you mark it as correct. If you know all the words, you mark all as correct. To mark as correct, I would recommend you type at least one letter and then say mark correct, because otherwise there could be multiple words where you mark correct, but it throws up a different word, right? If you don't know the answer, you mark it as wrong, or you mark all as wrong. At any point in time, if you have selected one of them by mistake, you can choose the history, and then you can go back and correct it to whatever you want to do. So but then you need to have done at least about 10. So let's just quickly do this. Mark it as correct, mark it as correct. Let's mark 1 or 2 wrong. So you can see on top you've done 10, 12, got 3 wrong, 13 right. Right?